guess that's what's happened sometimes. Let's get it. Still don't understand why they haven't fixed the program so you could go in a lower resolution, so the bandwidth would be less, you know. But can't really do much about that. Sadly, the new program had more problems than the old program. It was nice, the new program, without any advertising and all that, and yet it didn't connect to YouTube. Well, actually, it just had more problems connecting, and then it's just stopped altogether being able to connect. No idea why that would be, but I just had a little of that. That's nice. Oh, I did have the chicken thing where I was drinking chicken, you know. Again, I'm not sure I would go with the ginger. The ginger is done. I wonder how much sugar is actually in ginger, because usually they don't write on the package how much sugar is in the product. So in regards to fruit and vegetables and all that, you actually need to look that up on the internet to see how much there is. Because you don't want anything that is too much sugar, right? But if you want something that helps the bowels and all that, and moving and all that, you of course need something besides meat, because meat is really used by the body a huge amount. And I still remember the first couple of days where I tried the meat diet and I was eating these lamb chomps and all that. I think, if I remember correctly, that was a start with that was the thing that I started with. And I was just afraid that I had totally blocked my system. I didn't have any pain or anything like that. So, and I hadn't blocked the system. It's just, I found out that the body really uses meat. You know, it's really effective of using meat. So when you eat meat, the product coming out is very, very little compared to what you take in. So I was eating all these lamb chops and eating a lot, because, you know, it was said that, you know, if you feel hungry and all that, just eat some more meat. And I can eat a lot, you know. And I was eating a lot, and I was like, I was not going to the bathroom, right? And I was like, okay, or the toilet, you know. And I'm like, you know, this is, you know, I got afraid that I had blocked myself. So I began to take vitamin C and another, did I take the other product as well? I think I took the other product as well. You know, some things that makes, you know, the things go, right? And vitamin C, if you take a too high dose of vitamin C, you will get to the breaking point and get on the toilet and all that. But that was no problem at all in regards of, it was just because when you only eat meat, there's not really that much output, you know. The body really effectively used the meat. Although I had other problems in regards to eating only meat, in regards of toilet visits. It can be kind of messy if you only eat meat, at least for me. So, and afterwards I found out in regards to the bidet, so that really helped. That really is helpful in regards of that, because no problem, you just take the bidet and just, you know, clean your ass pretty much. It's a wonderful thing, you know. It doesn't matter how, you know, just clean your ass pretty much, you know. It does the work without tearing you like paper or anything, and it cleans you out. It cleans you out really good, very nicely. You feel clean afterwards. It's nice. So yeah, absolutely a thumbs up for the bidet. It's a wonderful tool. That's would be the first thing I would install in, if I ever got to a new home or whatever. I would install a bidet. That's just, how can you live without it, you know? It's just, and I would like it a portable thing. I have looked in regard, but you know, resources and all that, you know, but I have some problems with that and all that. But you know, it would be nice if you have looked. The problem is, you know, you use a lot of time researching and all that. And yeah, it's, anyway, so I think I need to get these, see if I can get more diflucan and the berberine. I have ordered some nystatin, so, you know, I know the problem is probably not in the gut, you know, it's systemic, so in regards to the fungus, so it's, you know, but anyway, I've ordered some nystatin, you know, just to, you know, take it, you know, it's working in the gut primarily, and, yeah, so I'll probably, if I can do it like last time, where I just, just a little quicker this time, and take the nice stats and just to clean out the whatever might have been in the gut. So the diflucan might be more effective. That's my idea anyway, because I'm thinking if there's something in the gut already, it might not take all the things. It might kill. I don't know how if it goes on working after it kills, if the diflucan actually. I don't know how the diflucan works overall, and that would actually be an interesting thing. If when it kills one fungus, is it reusable? I'm thinking, because it seems like when you take a loading dose, you get it at a point where you want it in the blood and all that, and in the body, so it begins to kill off the fungus. But when it kills off the fungus, is it still there? Is it still reusable, and goes on further killing others? I'm not entirely sure, but it doesn't seem to go down in the body. The thing that it goes down in regards of peeing it out or by the liver. So it's I don't know. It's but so it sounds like it might be reusable, but I really don't know. Oh, here we go with liver support. We have active liver. I apparently have some of these things that is healthy for the liver, to help the liver and all that. Some say it's a good idea to take when you take diflucan and all that, because some of hey man, kiss, yeah, let's get it down, right? Pretty expensive, actually, really expensive. But they take one a day, so it lasts a long time. But that's like the what is it called? I can't even remember. But that's at least one of them that they say are really good at supporting the liver. Whatever. But I think if I can take 4 more weeks of diflucan, I might, and some berberine as well with it, I might actually, it might get it even lower. Who knows? Maybe I can actually kill it totally off. I don't know. But it would be nice. And then look into some black seed oil or something of that nature. I haven't tried that yet, I think. And that is said to be, very effective as well against fungus. So if I can get some oil, I can always mix it up with something and eat it, or maybe just take it, directly. There's some essential oils you can, like peppermint and all that. For years I've used peppermint to get that, you just take one drop, and just put it on the finger and just, and there you go, but it's a lot cheaper than the, buying all the other things, to get the, and you get a much better effect as well in regards of the essential oil. Now that difference in regards of peppermint and also, taste wise and yeah, pretty much taste wise, I guess, So there are different versions that taste a little, but overall it's much of the same. But there are some, minor differences from, different. Anyway, you can see like this is clove oil, and I've just, it can be pretty powerful, but you can just put some drops and put some water in and mix it around the mouth and all that. And in the beginning, it was, I felt the effectiveness more in the beginning than I do now. But if you have problems in the mouth and all that, it kills off fungus and bacteria, and if you have pain in the mouth as well, it's helpful for that. Apparently, dentists are using gloves as well. Apparently, standard. I need to talk to that guy again, but he said, they use gloves. They put gloves in his after they have the tooth thing. So they put gloves in. I'm like, okay, that's a natural remedy. Anyway, I was reading in regards of that it's the danger of gloves and gloves oil and all that. I haven't experienced anything of that nature, having problems in regards of it, And I've been taking a good amount of this and chewing on them. I eat them like candy. They're full of antioxidants and phenols. I'm not sure what the phenols do, but they're said to be the number one in antioxidants and phenols. So, and of course, the oil would probably be more strong, and you don't have any sugar in that. But in any case, so yeah. But yeah, the diflucan really seemed to make the fungus go wild the first 4 days, and I got new symptoms, and it just totally stirred it up. It just, all the symptoms just became worse at those 4 days, and I remember day 4, I was just laying on my couch, and it was just wild. It was utterly wild, and I was just laying there. I was like, oh my, it's like, oh, it's just like, so that was wild. Day 5, I came out of the worst thing, began to, so that was nice. Hopefully, I don't know in regards of the effectiveness and all that, but at least it seemed to really do something. I haven't really experienced that with other things, So I think the diflucan did help a lot, and I think for 4 weeks more. But and of course I know diflucan works against fungus, right? So if that worked for me, it's. But yeah, 4 weeks. I should probably have taken 4 more weeks. Again, I can still do it. And again, I haven't done stupid in regards, when they're talking about that when people are going off, then sometimes they stop too early in regards to the diflucan without killing all the fungus, and thereby it comes back and so forward. Well, these people are probably eating, standard diet, right? Because, the diet, they don't really look at the diet. And I've pretty much been eating nearly zero sugar, and also taking other antifungals, natural antifungals, whatever I had at my disposal, I guess. And yeah, so but again, if you get back to health, why would you then destroy it again? If you know that if you do this, you get problems, why would you continue to do it? That doesn't. If you know something, gets you into trouble, well, maybe you should stop doing it, right? Instead of saying to yourself, oh, when am I healthy so I can begin to destroy my health again? If you can see it's destroying your health, well, stop doing it altogether, Just, you don't want it to go amok in your body, and it can be very, it's a very destructive thing, and it really destroy you really, on so many levels. So yeah. I bought coconut, but I think it actually is accepted on the diet 1 Kaufman or whatever. But I look at the package, it's like 7.4 grams per 100 grams. Are you insane? It's like, I'm like, no. I actually had looked forward to some coconut cookies, and I would have thought that wasn't that much sugar in it, but no, I was absolutely wrong. And this is actually less than the other thing that I bought, which is also coconut. That is coconut, finer, finer things in regards of it, and it has even more sugar. It's like sugar, 15.5 grams of sugar per 100 grams. I'm like, oh my, So I haven't used that, because that's a lot of sugar, So coconut, you have the coconut oil, that's 0 sugar. And the coconut milk is you can find some versions that have very low in sugar as well. I think it was like 0.6 or 0.8 grams of sugar. One of them I found. Some of them have much more, but apparently, if you just look for the, And of course, there's said to be something else, chemicals or whatever in some of them and all that. I can't remember how that works out and all that. But in regards of keeping it low on sugar, it is possible to, and there's a difference between them. And of course, we want to be as low on sugar as possible. But overall, if you want to get away from all the sugar, there's the fat, right? That is said to be antifungal as well. So that's what I have here. But I hate the taste of the fat. I really hate it. I hate the taste. The coconut milk is pretty good, and there should be some fat in that. Which usually I take the coconut things and put them on the what do you call it? Not the refrigerator, the heating device here, and I put them up because then it become a little heated, and usually if you just open them, they might be just totally fixed with but if you heat them up, it will soften it out, and you can just shake it, and there you go, you have a drink pretty much. And I'm sure you could probably put some, there must be some essential oils which could be pretty tasty putting it in the drink itself. But I haven't tried that many, and what I have tried that didn't taste so good. But there must be some combinations that is wonderful to do, to get some antifungals in the coconut as well. So you drink it with a little flavor, maybe some peppermint or whatever, There must be different essential oils that you could use that, have a good taste, right? And it's antifungal. And of course the coconut thing is antifungal as well. Again, you would be low on sugar, very low on sugar. So that's nice. But yeah, why would you jump back to, if you know something works, why would you be so like, how long does it take before I can, go out and do my bad diet again, right? And, crash my health again. So I think if the symptoms go away, that would just wonderful, just enjoy that, right? And why not just then, go along with, if something works, then go along with it for a good amount of time, and then a little by little, maybe begin a little, upgrading in regards of other foods or whatever. And then you can see if it go backwards, and if it go backwards, then you go back to the, to the other diet, right? But I guess if you could actually stop the symptoms, you can see that the body must be, that must be good for the body to, get back to health. And again, it might need, even if the symptoms is gone, it might still need some time to recuperate, I think it's called, and fix itself totally, so yeah, it might just be at the point where it can actually do away with, but it still, need to, restore itself or whatever to get to the point where you can actually resist, yeah. But in any case, yeah, it's just great. So today I guess I'll work a little on the video player and the MP3 player and look into that. I still have I have the newest editions, right? And I need to fix those newest editions. I did get my old versions to work again, which doesn't seem like the files, the video files and all that has been affected and all that. And it does seems like they actually found a file that doesn't have like a double space. So it seems like I'm back to, I had to restore some files and change some folder names and all that, but it seems like there hasn't been done damage to the files, as far as I can see anyway. So it is in some sense restored. Now I probably should still go back and fix files from the originals and do the things that I did and then restart over in regards of adding the things and then remembering to take a backup, and so I'll not get into those problems hopefully again. But of course now I have the newest versions of the applications, which I should have had in the beginning. this is so maybe I should, probably should make a video on that at some point, to help other people if they want. You can, it's something you pay for, this player. But if you're just going for the player, and I of course need to figure out which one of the versions would be best to actually use, because then you can make it even cheaper, right? For and if you getting the newest editions from the beginning and all that would make it a lot easier for other people, So maybe I should make a video on that, later on when I figure that out. Oh, I can guess it's the bicarbonate in regards to the stomach at the moment, or the gut. I really don't know in regards to this bicarbonate thing, how, if it would work systemically, but who knows, I'll just try it out, right? So yeah. So at least I took that. They say you need to take it in, best thing to take it in the morning without, having taken any food and all that. And so that's done now. And of course I have the oil. So I've taken some cinnamon and some resveratrol, and we'll go with... By the way, I found out in regards to the resveratrol, because I always got the diarrhea by taking the resveratrol. I found out I took way too much, So if you just take small amount of resveratrol, you can actually keep out of the toilet. So I don't know if in regards of if I got resveratrol from grapes, because in regards of nutweed, there is this thing. So even it's said to be 99% this resveratrol that I have, but there still might be some of this from the nutweed in it that might actually make you go to the toilet if you take too much. So it would be interesting to try resveratrol from grapes, which is said to be a lot expensive, but it would be interesting to actually see if I took the same dose that made me go diarrhea, if the grapes would do the same thing, because they shouldn't have this diarrhea thing in it, So that would be interesting in regards of if you want to take a higher dose of resveratrol, is it then possible? Because I heard people talk about pretty big doses, and maybe it is already a big dose that I'm already taking, but and it's pretty expensive already in regards of, I bought it on offer in some sense. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Actually, I had 42% off offer at 2 days ago. I think it actually was. Oh well, whatever. So many things to do. Anyway, let's take the clove oil, right? There we go. A couple of drops. And just mix it around in the mouth here. Nom, 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 nom. Now it can be a pretty powerful. So what one can do is just take some water. And just swirl it around in the mouth, and I can feel it like here, and it's not that it's not that bad, but you can feel it for sure. You can feel it in the mouth and doing its thing, and that's great. And then you get that, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4 antifungals, natural antifungals. That's pretty much what I have at the moment of antifungals. They say vitamin C is antifungal as well, but sadly I found out that the vitamin C I have is derived from corn. And what does corn have? Well, fungus, in regards of. So, I don't know if they have tested these things for mycotoxins, but I think there might actually be some mycotoxins in it. So, again, remember, if you're getting vitamin C, you should not get it from corn, as I understand it. just to get away as far as you can from things that usually can have fungus and mycotoxins in it. Because if you're trying to treat fungus, you don't want to, you know, you don't want to pour, gasoline on it, right? That's pretty stupid, right? So, yeah. But it was pretty cheap. I mean, I guess one of the reasons why it might be cheap was because it's from corn, derived from corn. And again, they probably don't test them for antifungal, mycotoxins, fungal poison. But vitamin C can really be helpful for sure. But just be aware of that in regards of. And it's said to also vitamin D is said to have antifungal potential, and in regards of the vitamin C and all that. But, I don't know how powerful it actually is in regards of, if you have a lot of, if your system is already, down. I think one of the reasons why meat seems to be a good thing might be because of the zinc that is found in it. But I don't know, but that's my first, guess. Because chicken or fowl doesn't have the same positive effect. Fish doesn't have the same positive effect. But red meat does have the same. It has this positive effect. Either cow or sheep. I'm not entirely sure which one was better. I'm thinking that the sheep might actually have been better than the cow. But both of them work, both of them seem to do good in regards of. So yeah, and both of them, as I understand it, have zinc in them. I haven't tried goat, but goat might, I haven't looked into goat and all that. I haven't tried out how that would affect things and all that. But I would think that maybe goat would also be pretty good, and it has less fat in it. So yeah, if I don't know how goat tastes and all that, probably like goat, goat milk also tastes like goat, right? No, wait. Have I tried that? No, that was goat cheese, I guess. I don't think I actually have tried goat milk. Sheep milk, maybe. What was it goat or sheep? I think it was, maybe it was sheep that I tried in Israel. I really should have been, more, on that. The things that you can't get in Denmark would have been interesting to buy in Israel. And there are some supermarkets here and there, not, when you figure around and all that. And of course, you can always ask at the hostel in regards of supermarkets and get directions for that. But yeah, because when you buy in supermarkets, they don't rip you off, That's the supermarkets are more like the Western idea of shopping instead of all this thing in regards of and you can pretty much be the salesman and all that. They will give you a high price, and if you're stupid as me and others apparently, because I'm not the only one, you get ripped off in regards of a sale. You get the experience of getting ripped off, and I at least was ripped off once. And. It's apparently the Arabs have this way of, they see it as where we in the West looks at it as, I think you should just give the right price. I guess it's a biblical thing. You give the same price for the stranger than to your to the people, and you get a pretty good price. You don't try to yeah, it's a little, the Arabs apparently have this way of, if you're not doing this thing, and then they just look down at you in some sense. Apparently it's part of their culture or whatever, bullshit, whatever. But I really, in regards of going to the market, is much more, you're getting an okay price and all that, like a standard supermarket, and that's nice, instead of I just don't bother in regards of wasting my time on, this and that and whatever and all that, how much and this. And of course, as a tourist, you don't even know how much money is, you need to, find out, you're not usually used to that type of money in regards of, another, what is it called, valuta or something like that, Israeli money. You need to, recalculate that and know how much that would be around, compared to what you normally use. And yeah, it's yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it. Oh well. So we got those things fixed, and that's great. I guess my stomach seems to. I'll probably need to go to the white throne. I don't know. In regards to that, again, when you take different things and all that, it's hard to figure out which directly does the thing where you end up on the toilet, right? That's, you have to narrow it down here and there and so forward, and of course try to find out what you can do and what you can't do and so forward. So it's I guess it's a learning process, but it has been a long learning process for sure. And it's still it's still going on, and it's very sad. How many years I've used and gotten on off trail from. If I hadn't gone vegetarian, I might have, and just have figured out that meat was actually helping and stopping the problem of the primary issue that I had at that point. Instead of doing more damage and going vegetarian, which of course have a lot of sugar, right? Sugar, and yeah. There are said to be, there's said to be a lot of antifungals in plants and so forward, but you still have to be aware of the sugar, like fruits and all that, you have a huge amount of sugar in, and if you're juicing it, you're getting a load of sugar. So, of course, you are also getting other nutrients, when it's not soda pops and all that, you're getting some natural, sugary things and all that, so it's not all bad. But yeah, I was thinking, there was something in regards of, I should actually try that in regards of fermentation. They state, what is it called, those red ones are said to be pretty healthy as well, and you can usually buy them in the shop, but they're pretty much dead, right? So but you can make it yourself, and that might actually be would actually probably be pretty good. I wonder if you could then use it in regards to tomato as well, and let it sit and ferment. I wonder how that would taste. And that fermentation takes out sugar. So, and usually you what is it? What do they call those red ones? Beets. I think they're called beets. So I wonder if one could actually ferment with tomato. The problem is, I would like to have more of these, and these are getting a little old. They're actually very, very good. They have a pretty good hull on top of it, but they are sold in tomato things, that is, ripped out of, so it's tomato thing and all that, and you can use it and all that. But I wonder if I could just ferment it, then it would take out a little of the sugar. Because I don't want to have too much sugar, but they are wonderful. These bottles, are really, and you can put things in it and shake it up and all that, and like some of the antifungals and all. Resveratrol, for example, doesn't taste of anything, So if you take resveratrol and just put it in the water just a little and shake it up and all that, then you have resveratrol, and you will get a little here and there when you drink of it, right? It doesn't taste of anything, pretty much, resveratrol. But of course, you can put some cinnamon in it as well. I've tried 3 different products of cinnamon, and I must say the cheapest are the best tasting. And of course, that is in regards of what they say. Oh, dangerous, liver damage and all that bullshit. But apparently, it's only one test that I've been able in Germany, and I have no idea what else they actually gave the mice. And of course, they were mice, not humans. They call it Yehutu or something like that. Well, it should be the big one. But it tastes more because the dangerous product that is in cinnamon apparently is the one that actually gives the taste. Isn't that interesting? So if you take this compared to this one, which they call real cinnamon, which is pretty much bullshit as I understand it. This is as much cinnamon as the so-called real cinnamon. But taste-wise, this doesn't really taste as powerful as the other. Actually, it doesn't taste of much compared to the other. So this is more expensive and it's, tasting worse actually. Yeah. So, but they call it real, cinnamon instead of. And of course, they use this as medicine as well. The thing that they say is dangerous and all that, they actually use in medicine as well as a blood thinner. They take out something from the thing that is said to be so dangerous, liver damage and all that, and use it as medicine, as a blood thinner. So, yeah, bullshit system and all that. I have some from oils as well. That doesn't really taste so good. The cheapest is pretty much the best tasting. So, you don't need that much to get the taste. Anyway, I need to go. I need to go to the toilet. Have a good one. Bye bye.